What is up, my dudes, and that one girl who wants to take the elevator? This is Bikes, Beards, and Brews. Let's kick that intro. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we kick this one off, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. New videos are coming weekly. You ring that bell, you know when they drop. Let's get the other stuff out of the way. Want to save 10% on a Cardo communicator or save some money on some Beyond Riders gear or on some Hogwarts gear? Then you should definitely check my referral links down below. Want to support me and all my do-gooderness like these cool guys here? Boom! Then you should become part of the Brew Crew and join the coffee page down below. Want to know why I'm asking you for money? Well, next to those 10,000 Amazon affiliate links that also go to a good cause is a link explaining what I do with your money. Get it, got it, cool, let's move on. All right, guys, so today we are up in Colorado. We are heading out to the Stanley Hotel. Now, if that doesn't really ring a bell for you, there's been a few movies filmed there. One that you would know would be Dumb and Dumber, but we're going for a totally different reason. The Stanley Hotel is the inspiration for The Shining. Stephen King was actually in the Stanley Hotel when he wrote The Shining. And a lot of the stories that he got from the Stanley Hotel are what he used to make The Shining. So to be clear, The Shining was not filmed at the Stanley Hotel, but it was written there. And there's actually a lot of cool stuff that is tied to The Shining at the Stanley Hotel, and that's what we are going to go see today. By we, I mean Meg is here as well. You're not going to see her just yet because, well, I have the camera person. This is awesome. We'll get her in some shots a little bit later on. But hang with us for this little piece of horror history. And there is actually a really cool thing that is completely tied to The Shining that we are totally doing today. So hang tight. I can't wait to show you this. Let's get a little further down the road, though, and we'll pick it up from there. All right, so we are at the Stanley Hotel. Look, it's Meg.
Hi.
And we're going to check a few things out. Then we have lunch reservations at noon. So we're going to grab a little food here. And then we're going to be going on the tour that they have for The Shining. Again, not filmed here, but written here. And there's actually a lot of cool connections. Like this hotel really leans into its whole mythology with The Shining, and we're going to show you that as well. So let's check it out.
So we're at the Brunch and Co. That's part of the Stanley, and they definitely lean into the whole Shining thing, and I'm here for it. So let's see how the food is.
All right, Meg, what did you think of the food?
It was pretty fancy, yummy.
She's a little offset right now. She told me not to trip on the stairs and then fell off a curb. So, yeah, the food was on point. So now we're going to go take the Shining tour. So we got like 3 minutes to get there. Let's let's hurry up and get there. All right, so we just finished up the Shining tour. It was awesome. Our tour guide was great. I highly recommend this. No video allowed though. I love that they have one of the acts from the movie. Apparently somebody actually bought it at auction and sent it anonymously. They don't know who sent that axe. They have some good ideas, but they've decided that it is much cooler to not know who sent it, so they've never actually looked into it. So let's go check out the hedge maze. The hedge maze is something that this hotel never had before, but because of the movie and the mini series and all that stuff, people kept coming up here and visiting and asking where the hedge maze was, so they felt the need to install one. It's definitely not as grand and huge as the one in the movies. Just to give you an idea, that's the hedge maze.
It's taller than me.
We're gonna go give it a shot though. So while we're in the hedge maze, this actually provides a great angle. That is the balcony to the presidential suite, which is the one that Stephen King was staying in when he stayed here and became inspired to do The Shining. You can still stay in the presidential suite. It's booked about a year out, but you're not allowed on that balcony anymore. The rails are too low, so they're no longer safe. And because this is a historic building, they don't allow any sort of changes or modifications. So it's boarded off from the inside. But yeah, just picture Stephen King completely hammered out of his mind, just having like nightmares and standing there, smoking a cigarette, coming up with the entire idea for The Shining. So yeah, needless to say, the hedge maze is not too difficult. We just kind of walked around for like 2 minutes. Most of the hedges are pretty low. So yeah, I mean, it's still cool that it's here, but don't worry about getting lost in here anytime soon. On the bright side, the views from the hedge maze are pretty killer. This really is just a beautiful area of Colorado for sure. So some of the stuff that we learned on that tour is the Stanley was pretty decayed and falling apart for a little while. Then Stephen King's book came out, the movies came out, the miniseries came out, all that stuff. And it brought a ton of attention to this place, and it brought a ton of money to this place, which ended up making it so they could restore it. And that's why they lean so hard into it. And that's why they are so all in when it comes to the Stephen King stuff. They're not trying to run away from it. I've definitely been to locations and sites for like movies, TV and stuff where the places try to distance themselves from that. Not this place. They lean right in. That tour is totally worth it. Hour long, $30 a person. Not a bad deal. Did you have a good time?
It was cool.
Always the detailed speaker. So yeah, but overall, it was a really good time. It was really informational. Our tour guide really made it
entertaining and informative all together.
So, of course, being at the Stanley, you got to get a few things from the gift shop. For me personally, I thought it would be cool to get a copy of The Shining from the place that inspired The Shining. So I went ahead and did that. We got a couple postcards. The receipt seems to be the only thing that wants to show itself. We got a sticker. Got a new pin for the vest that, you know, just seemed like it would work out really well. So overall, good haul. Overall, this book, though, that's probably the most exciting thing for me. Like I said, this is the place that inspired the book, so it just seemed fitting to get it from there.
All right, guys, so that wraps up our trip to the Stanley Hotel. What do you think? Is this a place you would like to come check out, come see, look around, take the tour? Honestly, highly encourage it. You?
Highly encouraged.
I could have brought a parrot and it would have been fine. Nonetheless, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, share this video with friends, share it with family, share it with those two weird girls you know that are twins and like to stand in a hallway and just stare at you. Seriously, that's creepy, twins. Knock it off. They love this stuff, trust me. I'll see you all on the flip side.